Image copyright AFP Image caption Hawaii was the first stop for President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump. U.S. President Donald Trump has embarked on an 11-day trip to Asia during which he will visit Japan, South Korea, China, Vietnam and the Philippines. It will be the longest tour of Asia by a U.S. president in 25 years. The trip comes at a time of heightened tensions with North Korea over its nuclear program and missile tests. Mr. Trump is expected to show a united front with South Korea and Japan while pressing China to take a stronger line with Pyongyang. President Trump flew first to the U.S. state of Hawaii where he took part in a briefing at the U.S. Pacific Command. He will also visit the USS Arizona Memorial at Pearl Harbor, the scene of the 1941 Japanese attack that drew the U.S. into World War II. From Hawaii, he and First Lady Melania Trump will head to Japan and then on to South Korea. Image caption Mr. Trump received a briefing from U.S. Navy Admiral Harry Harris, commander of U.S. Pacific Command. Mr. Trump has previously exchanged some fiery rhetoric with North Korea over its ballistic missile tests, but aides said earlier this week that he would not go to the heavily fortified demilitarized zone DMZ on the border between the South and North. He is, however, to visit Camp Humphreys, a U.S. military complex south of the capital, Seoul. In Vietnam, Mr. Trump will attend the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Da Nang and make a state visit to Hanoi. His final engagement will be a summit of Southeast Asian nations in the Philippine capital, Manila. The last time a U.S. president made such a marathon trip to Asia was when George H.W. Bush visited the region in late 1991 and early 1992. While in Japan on that trip, Mr. Bush fainted and vomited during a banquet. President Trump's itinerary Sunday, the 5th of November arrives in Japan. Golf with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and professional player Hideki Matsuyama at Kasumigaseki Country Club. Bilateral meetings with Mr. Abe Tuesday, the 7th of November in South Korea for talks with President Moon Jae-in. Mr. Trump will also address the National Assembly Wednesday, the 8th of November, arrives in China for a series of events including meetings with President Xi Jinping. Friday, the 10th of November, travels to Da Nang, Vietnam, and will participate in the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation APEC Summit. Saturday, the 11th of November, travels to Hanoi, Vietnam, for talks with President Tran Dai Quang and other Vietnamese leaders. Sunday, the 12th of November, arrives in Manila, Philippines, to take part in a gala dinner for the 50th anniversary of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations ASEAN. Monday, the 13th of November, will attend the ASEAN Summit in Manila and hold talks with President Rodrigo Duterte.